5:32. I can call the January 14 meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting to order. At first, we're going to record the attendance. First, board member Milliken. Right?
Yep, Milliken.
Milliken.
Valerie Milliken.
Oh, I don't know. Do you just call them? I'll just say it. All the present members of the ZBA are Valerie Milliken, Lou Vera, and our newest member, Timmy Nordhook, our representative from the board. The Article 3 would be, I'm sorry, Article 2, let's go ahead and do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The next item on the agenda is approving of the current agenda. We are going to be making some changes, so I would ask for a motion to amend the agenda.
Motion to amend agenda.
I would recommend that we remove Article 7, appointment of new officers, until we have full board in attendance.
So moved.
Support.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The next item on the agenda is acknowledgement of any visitors who would wish to speak. Nick, do we have anyone? I know the applicant is supposed to be attending virtually today.
Yeah.
You do see, or we?
I just see Ada Baker.
Okay, yep,
She's the owner.
okay. Okay, then, would anybody like to speak publicly now then? Do we need a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved. Support.
Okay, motion, by Vera, supported by Nordo. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any public comment? Having no one that would wish to speak, I'd entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved. Support.
By Vera, second by Nordhook, all in favor?
Aye.
Next item on our agenda would be Article, what used to be 8 and is now 7, case number 243872. The applicant, John Becker, is requesting a variance to build a single-family residential structure in the front setback for a property that faces 3 streets. The address for the property is 2093 Feathery Drive.
You're gonna go up on the board.
This is Article 8, the applicant is located within the watermark PUD. To the east is Spalding, to the south is Watermark Drive, I believe it's Drive, and then to the east is Feathery Drive.
Okay.
Did you have a question?
I think the directions are a little wrong there, but that's all right.
Oh, did I say? Well, that's possible. Did I say south? It's south? Okay, the applicant's property is north of Watermark, west of Feathery Drive, east of Spalding.
Thank you.
The applicant has requested this, there are some standards within the watermark PUD that makes this a little bit unique, because within the watermark PUD, applicants or residential units are required to be 2,000 square feet. The applicant has requested, has given us a site plan that demonstrates the location of a proposed footprint of a one-story residential house, which would come out to I believe 2,136 square feet. So as you can see from the drawing on our screen, the setback requirements for the south, west, and east side are 35 feet. And to the north, we would have to make a determination of whether the north property line would be a side or a rear yard. In the case that it was determined it was a rear yard, it would be 25 feet. In the case that it was determined, which is most likely the determination that would be made, that it is a side yard, the applicant would have to meet a 10-foot setback. However, it's not shown right in this picture, but there is a stormwater easement for the stormwater system that runs, it runs east-west across the property line on the north side of this house. That easement actually is 25 feet from essentially the north property line, leaving them with a very small footprint on this property. It's one of the last vacant properties within the watermark PUD. Other properties that are vacant that have similar situations are all owned by property owners adjacent to that and are likely, and a little bit of speculation, but likely are vacant because the property owner, desires to own those to keep those vacant. So I have laid out in staff review all of the requirements for the zoning board of appeals to grant this variance. And I specifically kind of pulled out the two factors that I believe that all the other factors are met, but I've kind of deliberated a little bit more or started a deliberation for you on the two factors that may or may not be met, and I asked the zoning board of appeals consider those. Of those two factors that are not met or that could potentially not be met, I would ask that the zoning board of appeals deliberate and determine if the variance that is requested is the minimal variance that will be needed to make this, to allow for reasonable use of this property and structure. That would be the first deliberation I would ask the zoning board of appeals to have. The second one is this deviating line that complying with the ordinance presents a practical difficulty for the applicant. With that, I would be willing to answer any questions that the zoning board of appeals may have.
I got a couple.
Okay.
Did you receive any letters in support or opposition to the proposal?
We did not.
And we've not heard from Watermark Development.
No.
And the last one, if the applicant were to reduce the size of the dwelling by 136 feet, does that solve our problem?
The applicant has not provided a plan that demonstrates exactly what would happen with 132 feet, but I believe that there is that this is a very minimal request, and reducing some of those areas may easily meet the requirements of the zoning.
Okay.
The other option is the PUD does allow for a smaller footprint if this is a two-story building. However, I do understand that sometimes there's challenges with 2 stories, that some people may desire to have a ranch style home.
Right.
But only have 2 stories.
But if I read this correctly, if they reduce the size of the dwelling unit by 136 feet, problem goes away.
That's correct.
Has anybody asked them if they're willing to do that?
I would assume by the fact that they haven't, that they applied, that they understand. No.
Yeah, I have, I took a ride by there too, and I noticed that I think every house on the street except for one is a 2-story.
Mhm.
And I also, built homes in the past myself. there's Cape Cods. That would be a smaller footprint. Still give you the main floor bedroom. Even a two-story can give you a master suite on the main floor if it's designed proper. The smaller footprint. I think, a simple adjustment that was brought up as I was looking at this, somebody else in the office brought up if it just
Yeah.
aligned it different, it would probably go away all at this side.
Right.
So I think, I don't think they've met the burden of proof here to get a variance myself. I just don't see it. So, I mean, when they say they have the hardship of the corner lot, well, there's corner lots all over the township and they have the same hardship. So there's multiple front yards. And easements. So I'm not inclined to go along with this. I think they can come back with a new drawing.
Do we want to open this up, see if the applicant, I'm not sure if the builder is on the line, but if the applicant would like to speak with this.
I think that would be a good idea.
Could we ask the applicant if they'd like to, if they have anything to add to the conversation?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I lost my screen. In order to be consistent with the caliber of house in that development and to meet the setback requirements with two curved road frontages, we're finding it impossible to come up with a layout that doesn't go past that curved front lot line. Sorry, did you hear me?
We did.
Okay. Oh, there's my screen's back.
So question for you, yeah. Did you say you couldn't remove 136 square feet from the building plan?
No, sir.
And why not?
We didn't have enough room on the floor to. We want, this is gonna be a retirement home. No, not a two-story. So we're trying to have it a ranch style that has minimal stairs.
Have you tried adjusting how the house sits inside these setback lines?
Yeah, the problem we have then, though, them are not parallel to Spalding or Featherly.
I just don't see this working out for me.
Is it necessary that it be parallel?
I don't think so. Do you want to try another print, another plan?
To answer your question, no, we don't. We like the one that we're at with now.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Appreciate your input.
If it wasn't parallel, would it work within that? I wish we had the ability to do a little. Yeah. I need my CAD machine.
The 35-foot setback on the west side is shown on the drawing. Here, that is the 35-foot setback is required from Spalding, and the west side of the building is parallel to that setback. So an adjustment, turning it would
Up that side a
not,
little bit.
yeah, would not move that. However, again, we haven't demonstrated that the removal of the 132 square feet from somewhere within this application, would accomplish compliance.
Hold on. I think I want to make a motion.
We need to advance on the agenda.
No, we are still speaking about this. We actually,
Yes,
I suppose we should, open up a public comment.
Right.
Run through it, open up a public comment for this, so I would recommend,
I'll make a motion to open public.
second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any applicants wishing to speak on this item? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Support.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Have the public hearing for this,
Discussion.
trustee Norton, your one more discussion.
I think it can fit if there was some effort put to it, reduce the size of the print, adjust it a little bit inside the setbacks. These setbacks are the standard throughout the township for corner lots. There are different floor plans available, like I said, you could do a Cape Cod where you had everything on main floor, laundry, master suite, everything could be on the main floor. All you're putting upstairs is 2 bedrooms. And a bath. So I think there's options. I didn't hear the applicant even in wanting to make an adjustment or look at anything, so that would be my reason to deny, so.
So you're making a motion for option 2?
I will make a motion to deny the request for variance for case 24-3872 for decreased setbacks at 2093 Federally Drive Southeast for the following reason. Compliance with the ordinance does not present practical difficulties because the applicant could decrease the size or adjust the house on the lot.
Made that motion. Second.
Motion on the table, second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, hearing none, that motion passes 3-0. Thank you. Okay, we're on to Article 9. Any other public comment? Can I entertain a motion to open the last public comment for the evening?
So moved.
Member Darrow,
Support.
support, okay. I know, we'll throw a little pin in there.
Yep. Over in there.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. The public comment is open. Do we have anyone that would wish to speak? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to close public hearing.
So moved.
Support.
Trustee Nordhook. All in favor?
Aye.
Public comment is closed. I have no other business. Do any of the board members have any questions, comments? All right, great.
Motion to adjourn.
Support.
Trustee Nordhook, Member Vera, all in favor?
Aye.
Public comment, meeting closed.